Welcome to Tea with Fee, live at 5. If you're not watching live, thanks for watching on replay, and welcome to Tea with Fee. It is the 29th of September. I've got a weird light thing going on because of the blinds and where I'm at, but it's fine. And we're another weekend. And I have some things to show you this week that I have finished. Finish it Friday. Anybody else finished anything today? I want to show you the holiday make from last week, which is finished, which wasn't in theory meant to be finished because it was a blanket, but it's now not a blanket. So I'm going to show you that. What's in the box today? That's happening. Some other interesting news from Make It So HQ will be happening. And generally just a bit of a roundup of what's been happening this week. So let's get stuck in. I'll start with what's been happening this week. So since last Friday, we had, I can't remember what we did on Saturday. There was no, that's not true. What I did on Saturday is, dun, 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 I read this. Life's a Pitch, Rock the Rock is the second book in the series of Life's a Pitch, written by James, and I got the pleasure of proofreading this last Saturday, and it got proofread last Saturday into Sunday, and we've now got an actual copy of it already in less than a week, which is absolutely amazing, and that's thanks to Words and Spaces in the Isle of Man who print them. If you've not already got one, let me know and I can get you one. If you're in the membership, don't forget that you get a discount. And it was so funny, which is not a surprise, but it was really good. So that's what I did on Saturday. Sunday, it was all about church and the Harvest Festival. So church in the morning, and then it was went to see James's sister, and then it was the Harvest Festival at night at the church. So that was pretty much Sunday. So no work happened at all over the weekend. Monday, can't remember. Tuesday, so Tuesday sewing lessons was a full house. We had Kaz, Laura and Christine. Christine is making another graduation bag. If you haven't already seen the graduation bag, it's one of these. Ta-da! And basically it holds a lot of stuff. I use mine, funnily enough, for sewing supplies. However, quite a lot of people use them as like a mini toolbox. And also, if you're like me and you like a bit of stationery, you get plenty of stationery in there. So that is the graduation bag. And Kaz was finishing her, hang on a minute. Patchwork pouch. She has yet to do the pattern weights that go in it, but the bag is finished. So that was a success. And Laura is working on, Laura, what are you working on? It'll come back to me. I can't remember now. Complete mental block. Anyway, so sorry Laura. And then on, oh, we had Lynn on Tuesday as well. Lynn has just finished. See, I'm live, I can't show you the pictures. Lynn's made this really cute reversible penny for her grandchildren. Dinosaurs on one side, Bambi on the other. What is not to like? And that's actually, I was going to say recipe then. That's a pattern out of a Cath Kidston book. So that was really nice. And then on Wednesday, no sewing again. Thursday was a full day yesterday. So we had Christine again. So Christine was here on Tuesday and then again on Thursday. Christine continuing with the graduation bag. Quite a bit of unpicking because we had upside down blue tits. You don't want to get your blue tits upside down. So they were quick, had to be unpicked and redone because they were upside down. So we had to fix them. And Charlotte was starting on, can you see? See my elephant on the wall? Charlotte's making one of those. So she was doing some prep work on that, as well as she had finished the basket. I think she finished the basket last week. So she finished this last week. And then we had Alwyn. Alwyn is working on a bag out of a Stuart Hillard book. And it is very similar to, I don't know if you can see here, it's this kind of style bag, but it's got a drawstring top. So Alwyn's making that out the Stuart Hillard book. I'm going to write that down so I can add some links later. So yeah, Stuart Hillard book and the Cath Kidston book. So I will put pictures on. You can tell it's live. I'm taking notes. Tea with Fee, Stuart Hillard, and the Cath Kidston. And so that was Thursday morning. Then we had Crafternoon tea on Thursday afternoon. And this is what I was working on. So this was going to be a blanket. I started it on holiday and it's the Fireside colours from Attic 24. However, the Fireside blanket pattern was all granny squares, and I thought that was going to be too sort of picky for driving because we were in the car, I'm in the passenger seat, stripes are easier. So I went for stripes, and this is a stripe as you go blanket, which is not an Attic 24 pattern. I'll see if I can find the pattern and share the link. Anyway, I took it to Crafternoon tea on Thursday, and somebody said, oh, that's a nice scarf. I went, no, it's going to be a blanket. And they went, oh, we thought it was a scarf. So I have finished this project and it is now a scarf. So if it's not properly joined. I'm in the process of joining it together. But it's like one of these kind of snooty things. So I just need it to get a bit colder so that I can wear that. So I'm quite pleased with how that turned out, but I need to sew my ends in. So I need to find my darning needle and sew in my ends. So that's what I did on Thursday afternoon. And then Thursday evening it was Lynn and Wendy. Fran couldn't make it, so you were missed, Fran. Who else hasn't made this week? Charlotte was there. Vicky, not got to Vicky yet. So yeah, she didn't make it. So we just had Wendy and Lynn. And Wendy is making, she was adding some patches onto a jumper, which was really nice. And Lynn was working on one of the box patterns, which is a piped bag. She decided to upsize hers and add a magnet, and she's going to use it for travel documents. So she was working on that on Thursday. And this is one of the things that I love about sewing, is that you can adapt and modify patterns to fit what you want it for. You just kind of need sometimes you just need a base pattern to start from. So that was Thursday night. And then this morning we had Friday morning sewing, which was Christine, a different Christine, and Portia, and Vicky couldn't make it. So I hope you're feeling better, Vicky, and I'm sorry that you missed it. Portia finished the little, I keep going out of camera shot, hang on. She finished one of the needle books. So that's what she was working on. She finished that, and she started cutting out the fabric for a drawstring bag. I'll be back. I thought I was dead organised and had all my props ready, and I so never. So she's picked out the fabric and she's cutting it out, ready to start making this in a couple of weeks' time. So that is all of our sewing ladies for this week. So today, this afternoon, I spent adding the photos to this month's box pattern, which leads me nicely on to what's in the box. Did you see how we did that? Sorry, I've got messages coming in at the top. I'm trying to get rid of them. Right, so what's in the box this month? And then it will lead me on nicely to chatting to you about the membership. So little recap, thank you Elaine. Little recap is I've done a weekly roundup of who's been working on what. Discuss James's new book, Life's a Pitch, Rock the Rock. If anybody wants one, signed or otherwise, let me know. And I can get it to you if you're local, or James can post it to you. So that's what we've discussed so far. And now I'm going to show you what's in the box. I was going to show you what we're making this month, but it's not handy. And by not handy, I mean, if you can see that red basket up there, it's in there. That's my filing pile, so it's not handy. But anyway, let's move on to what's in the box this month. So I'm going to show you the fabric first. I love this fabric, Lewis and Irene. This is called like a filler, I think. It's like a creamy colour, and it's got like a slightly darker cream little pattern on it. There's 1/2 metre of that. The pattern itself, the make doesn't use the 1/2 metre, but I like to give 1 metre of fabric in the box. And then look at this lovely one. It's a really gorgeous colour of blue. So that's the other fabric. This one is called Spring Flowers, in whatever colour blue that is. And I have to show you this. Can you see how nice that cut edge is? Pinking sheer blade for your rotary cutter. How exciting is that? I definitely recommend one of those. So yes, a rotary cutter blade that's got a pinking edge. Because I know I've said before, I can't get good ones for being left-handed. So anyway, we have these two fabrics. We have Decaville interfacing, which is quite a stiff interfacing. And there is 1/4 metre of that. There's some wadding. There's some clear plastic. Can you see me through that? Or can you see the plastic? Clear plastic. A lovely little sticker, motivational sticker. Thank you, Elaine, for providing those. And then we have, there was loads in this month's box. Thread, bobbin, button, needles, ribbon, elastic, tea bag, and then this plastic Aida, which is used for cross stitch. So what's in the box this month? What are we making this month? Well, wouldn't you like to know? And a change of the normal is, I will tell you next week, and I'll explain why. So the blog post, which is normally out on a monthly basis, is probably going to be late this month because it's the first of the month on Sunday, and I haven't started it. So let's be realistic. The chances of that coming out on time are quite slim. And what I was going to write about, not that you know what that was, is probably changed as well, because I think it's probably going to be about embracing change. I think probably we'll talk about. That's not happening. My newsletter's probably going to be late as well. The joys of being a one-man band and wanting a holiday. So that leads me on to my membership. So I started the online membership in April 2022. So it's been running for over a year, and I decided whilst on holiday, well, I'm not even sure that I decided whilst I was on holiday, but between being on holiday and this week, I made the decision to cancel, to stop the membership, because sorry, I'm trying to shut this box. The reason that I've decided to cancel it is since May there have been additional things that I have been involved in that I will continue to be involved in every year, well, for now anyway, which have meant that I've not had a full month without fail with Make It So. So I was chasing my tail, trying to get the boxes done by the end of the month, and it was quite stressful, and I decided that that wasn't really what I signed up for, and that wasn't what I was trying to deliver. So I decided I needed to decide quickly, because I didn't want everybody's money to come out again at the end of the month before the start of the next monthly process. So that's why it was such a quick out of the blue decision. So boxes are still going to happen. I'm just going to take a bit of a breather. Boxes will still happen, but they're not going to be in the same format as they are at the minute. It's probably going to go back to how I did them before, which started the Christmas before. And I just would make the boxes up and maybe have 10 and say, does anybody want one? And then once they were gone, they were gone. So I think I'm going to go down that road with it and possibly make them up smaller, so there'll be different range of prices potentially based on what's in them. And it won't be like the membership where you get a metre worth of fabric but you're making a pin cushion. You'd get enough to make what's in what the pattern is, so that would keep the cost down for the person that's buying it. So this is my thinking. So more information will become available on that as it is available. However, I have been asked about all the other perks that came with the membership. So there might be a different membership model. And again, I'm going to speak to the current members first, and then I will roll that out to everybody else. I just need to tweak a few things. So there are some interesting things coming. So if you are interested, then possibly join my newsletter or just message me and ask me, whatever you like. So that is it for this particular little chat. Apologies are needed because last week's little chat still is not available to watch on replay because I haven't fixed it behind the scenes because it's been crazy busy. So I'm going to probably do the two of them at the one time. We'll see what happens. That might get a bit confusing, but you know. And my plan is, project-wise, to work on the quilt, and once that's finished, I'm going to move on to something else, which is going to be using up the rest of this wool, because apparently I suit these colours. So I'm going to make a cardigan or a jumper. That's the plan. So watch this space. So have a fabulous weekend. I look forward to seeing some of you tomorrow or during the week for sewing lessons. And if not, I'll see you next Friday on Tea with Fee. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great weekend. Bye.